What's up, guys? We did something that we promised we would never do, but here it is. It's a tier list. It has all of your favorite Marvel Rivals heroes and villains. To kind of explain a little bit before we really dive in, we have two separate tier lists. The one on the left is labeled Billy, and that one's mine. You see it has my name on it. The one on the right is Matt's. You see it has Matt's name on it. Pretty cool, huh? Well, the names weren't there originally, but because of a little thing called editing magic, they are now. These tier lists are based strictly on personal preference and playtime from us directly. So if you're here for the meta, you might as well just leave. I mean, just get out of here. If you're looking for meta videos, man, we are not that guy. But let me warn you, the knowledge that we drop on some of these heroes and villains is straight jaw dropping, and you are going to want to be here for it. So without further fondue, let's get to the video. Things are looking rough here at Billy and the Boys. You know, what we were doing before, we found out that people don't like that. People don't really like that. They like Mr. Beast content, so that's what we're gonna make from now on.
Mr. Beast content.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, I've got 10 minutes played as Adam Warlock. So
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. So I mean, I think that's pretty good. I think Adam Warlock, I like Adam Warlock as a character, so I'm thinking about putting him in A tier.
I love them in the movies.
Yeah, I never seen a movie, so I'm gonna put my Adam Warlock. Hey, B. I'm putting him in B. I don't want to get too many people in A yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adam Warlock, just because you're the first one, that's why you get B.
After my expert opinion of playing the character for 1.9 hours, I would say they are also a B. They have good heals, but it's just not potent. Well, they're potent. It's just not constant. That's the real trade-off with him. His shift is pretty strong. He's got good damage, and his ult's pretty powerful, pretty game-changing. So I think B's good.
Next, we have Black Panther. I'm putting him in F.
How much time do you got with him?
I have never played him, but I don't think he belongs in F because I do. Okay, actually, he might belong in D because every time I have played as a Jeff and there is a Black Panther, this guy hunts me. This guy hunts me to the ends of the earth. They're all weirdos, by the way. Anybody who plays him and hunts a Jeff is a weirdo. Thors are the same way. Thors are the same way. But we're not on Thor yet. We're on Black Panther. Anytime Black Panther is my arch nemesis because I am a Jeff main, tried and true. But
yeah, Black
Panther is getting a D tier because he hunts me. And I do like his. I think he would be a fun character to play, but I don't have any playtime with him, so I'm putting him in D tier.
I have no playtime with him either. Usually Black Panthers are either going crazy like carrying, or they're just dog shit. Usually it's dog shit, but just depends on the player. I think it's a comfortable C. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's annoying as fuck and he's hard to hit. And yeah, they're pretty solid usually.
We're on to Black Widow, so
I'll go first. F tier, move on. Literally F tier, move on.
So I have how many hours do you think I have as Hulk, huh?
You probably have 1 point something.
I have 39 minutes with Hulk.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, never mind.
So I have 39 minutes with Hulk.
Hours.
I think Hulk is really good. I like him. I have 39 minutes with him, but I have played him a little bit, and I will say that he is one of like the goats. Like usually a Hulk on the team helps a lot. Even when people kind of suck with him, he's still like very good. I feel like that's all the Vanguards though. So like I'm going to put him in A.
I got 4.6 hours with him. Bruce Banner is S tier, but Hulk is A. Bruce mains. That's all I'm saying. But he's got a lot of mobility. He's a very aggressive tank. Usually, anytime I'm getting saved as a healer, it's a Hulk. He's just very annoying and hard to deal with. A tier.
I have 15 minutes with him. That's not bad. That's not bad for old Billy.
It's a whole.
You guys will see. You guys will see how bad it gets here in a second. But 15 minutes, dude. That's a lot of playtime for old Bill.
Old Bill.
Old
Bill got a whole lot of playtime with Cap.
15 minutes.
Some alone time with him.
Yeah, but I really, even after this season's buff, I don't think he is that good. So honestly, I think he's an even C tier.
I have 56 minutes, a little bit more. I played him in season 0, and I feel like he needed a big buff, but I felt like it was more damage that he needed. And they just kind of buffed his, I think it was his movement, his ult, but he's just kind of annoying. Like, he's kind of like a fly that's like in your face, like very like persistent, you know,
I agree.
it's just like right there. Yeah, because he's not very threatening. In fact, he's probably the least threatening tank. But he just soaks damage pretty well because of his shield and shit. I would say probably yeah, is where he belongs, because even though he's probably the worst tank, tanks are just good in this game.
I have less than 1 minute with Cloak and Dagger.
Bro knew the character was broken and hopped off immediately.
I have no interest to play this character whatsoever. It's just, I think they're all right, but I don't have any interest to play this character at all. I think if you're picking a healer, it should be Jeff, and he is the only healer that I'm gonna play, like, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, I'm putting Cloak and Dagger in F because I'll never play it.
All right, on the flip side of that, I have 8.5 hours playing Cloak and Dagger. I got over a full-time shift clocked in this bitch, bro. I thought that they were like A to S, honestly. And then they got buffed and no nerf at all. Like, I'm putting out crazy fucking numbers with healing, and then I'm doing the same thing with damage. It's just constant damage, constant healing, it's constant value. The old got buffed like holy shit, honestly. Probably last season probably A, but now it's S for sure.
All right.
Just strong ass healer.
All right, Doctor Strange. I have 22 minutes with Doctor Strange. So I like having
That's on the high end.
that's like,
ain't no way it's top 10.
It's top 9.
No way.
That's my 9th most played character.
That's insane.
That's my 9th most played
crazy.
character, and I think he is really good. I like him a lot as a character. I think it's so fun having one of him on your team. I think it's almost essential in every ranked game to have a Doctor Strange. Like, if you're picking a Vanguard, pick Doctor Strange, S tier.
Yeah, I got 5.1 hours on Strange. He's the first tank I learned, and he's been fucking reliable ever since. I mean, there's so much shit that he counters, like just with his shield alone, ults and everything. He just eats shit like constantly. Pretty strong on damage as well. I haven't played him much after season 1, so I don't know how good he is then, but he was S if not A, but I'm gonna put him in S just because of how strong he was. He was dominating.
I've got 36 minutes played as Groot. It's more than Doctor Strange, but I don't think he's as good as Doctor Strange. I think he's good, but I think he's more annoying than good, if that makes sense. Like, having one on your team is kind of annoying because they will put a wall up in front of themselves or in front of you, stopping you from playing, and the enemy team will also do that. So, like, he's good, And if you have a good one, it's really good. But like, if he is not a pro, then it almost sucks having one on your team. And it definitely sucks if you have one on the enemy team. But I'm gonna put him in A tier just for that fact.
Vin Diesel didn't voice him, so I'm actually really mad. No, I'm playing. I have no idea. I have no idea who voices him here, but I actually agree with that because on enemy teams, like as tanks, I've been so mad against Groots before because they directly block my healers and my damage from me, and I just immediately get melted. That's definitely a character I need to play more, but he's annoying, so I'm gonna give him an A for being annoying.
Hawkeye. All right. 2.1 hours. Yep, you heard it here, folks. I was that guy. So this was kind of like all I played in the beginning because I just heard he was super easy, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'll just play Hawkeye. And I was cracked as Hawkeye, but I found my real calling. But I have 2.1 hours as Hawkeye. I think he's really good. I think he's super good even after the nerf. I think, like, I mean, he doesn't have like a lot of like, I don't know. He's like a solo queuer's best friend. Like, if you're solo queuing and you're picking a Hawkeye, I know what you're doing. I like, it's easy kills. I get it. I understand. But is he a team player at all? No. It's honestly horrible for teams like to have a Hawkeye because like he does not like group well with anybody. His team up ability is with the worst character in the game. So even how good his damage is, I'm still putting him in A tier.
I have a whopping 2 minutes with Hawkeye. I just didn't like the playstyle, I guess. He is very solo damage, like on his own type thing. If you have a good Hawkeye on your team, you can just sweep because they're just hitting headshot and headshot and headshot. So I think they're solid stat wise, but I think they were just overplayed a lot. But like ranking wise, on like how good they actually are is S. Like they were constantly banned and high elo all the time. So definitely S.
I have zero playtime as this character. Haven't played it once, and I also have no interest to do so. I've seen them in teams, and it's like it's cool. Like, oh, we have a Hella, cool, but it doesn't really change. Like, I don't know. Like any one of like the damage in my eyes is the same as Hella. Like, yeah, you're either good or you're not. So like I'm putting her in F because I've never played her and I have no interest to play her.
This character is constantly banned in high elo, puts him in F, and that's crazy.
I don't give a shit. It's my tier list. If you have an opinion, make your own.
I know.
This is why there's two.
Okay, I have also zero time playing this character, but it was more so because I heard that they had like the best DPS kit, and then I heard how overpowered they were, and so it instantly made me go, yeah, I don't want to play the overpowered character that has everything. You know, that being said, honestly, I don't like outside the ult. I'm not very like annoyed by the character. Like when other people are like doing well with them. Like honestly, I don't think I've been pissed off by Hella as much, given how overpowered they are. But like ranking wise, they were honestly banned like high elo again. So I think I just had to put S because they were pretty overpowered.
I have 23 minutes as Iron Fist.
Fuck you. I have no time.
I thought he was cool. Like at first, like first couple of days, I was like, oh, this character's fun. But then like as time went on and people started playing the game and people started figuring out like who was good and who wasn't, I figured out that Iron Fist was just not as good as I thought he was, and I don't think anybody knew that at the time. So like I see less and less of him in matches now, but like I understand that he is still pretty powerful, but I don't really like him anymore. Like I kind of just played him because like he looked cool at first, but like now I don't think he does. So like I don't know. I have a lot of play time with him, but like it's all from like season 1, like first day probably. So like I'm gonna put him in C.
I got a whopping 1 minute with this character.
Nice.
I agree. Very early on, people didn't know the game and didn't know how to deal with them, and now I feel like every Iron Fist I see is getting murked on, like dunked on constantly, because people just know how to counter him because he was such an annoyance at first. But I think he doesn't have too much to offer, honestly. I think right now he's probably F.
Ooh, F.
Yeah.
Not really sure how much time I have as Iron Man. I thought it was a decent amount. Yeah. I do have. I have 16 minutes as Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
So I think he's good. I think he's really good. As long as I'm not playing him. Every time I play him, I'm thinking it's gonna be one thing, and it turns out to be a completely other. I think he's decent, but like I don't think he is needed on a team. He's not that good unless you have the Strange and Hulk team up. So in my opinion, I think he's gonna be B tier.
All right, I have a whopping 2 minutes with Iron Man, and just like you said, I thought it was gonna be one thing, and I just experienced something else. I think there's a certain player in this game that plays Iron Man, and they're just good at them, and I'm just not. But that being said, the character is pretty strong if it has a Hulk and a Strange, mainly Hulk. But when he's not, he's kind of just there. He's not doing too much. So I think he would actually be an A for me.
Okay.
But just not when I play him.
Okay.
Because I don't fucking like him.
I've got 10 hours as Jeff. And let me just say right now, anybody who tells you that Jeff is the worst hero is a liar. This character is the best healer, the best damage, everything. This is the best all-around hero. There is not a single situation where you do not need a Jeff on your team. Jeff is nuts. I have 10 hours. I have 60 matches played as Jeff. I have 713 KOs as Jeff. My best KO streak is 11 as Jeff. I am nuts with Jeff. I am a Jeff main. This is my guy right here. I think that Jeff is the best character in the game. Hands down. He beats Strange. He beats all of them because he's beautiful in every single way, in my opinion. And if you have another one, you can either put it in the comments, which I'm not going to read the comments if you guys want to hate on Jeff all day. I'm not going to read those. But like if you want to support him, I'll read them.
I got 1.7 hours on Jeff. I think Jeff gets a lot of hate because of his ult was a big deal, like early, like, and then people kind of learned how to play around it, and so they feel like he's not as threatening. But honestly, with super potent heals, 2 ways to heal, as well as the speed boost and then another self heal, some of the best escape and a game-changing ult. I think people just underrate him too much, honestly, and I would put him in a solid B tier.
If it was anything less than B, I was gonna just have to say that we had to part ways, and that
Get off the channel.
So with Loki,
Okay.
I have 10 minutes. So at first, I thought Loki was like, oh my god, like this character must be nuts, dude. Like he looked so complex, and he was dropping these clones and stuff. And then I played Loki, and I was like, you know what? This guy is not as fun and not as cool as he looks. Like, yeah, like he's a healer, but like not really. Like I think he's better as a damage. If they would have just made him full damage, like not giving him heals, I think he would have done better. I think his ability to steal like somebody on his team or the other team's ult is like, it's all right, but like most of the time when you're playing a Loki, he usually just steals like someone stupid's ult. like Adam Warlock's like, oh, I'm just gonna bring my team back again after we just got wiped. It's not like it's not gonna happen again. Like that's like I don't know. Like Loki mains usually just pick the worst person on the team to ult after, and like they do that, and their healing's not that good, but their damage is high. So I'm gonna put him in B.
All right. I have no time playing Loki. The only reason is because his ult is like copying other characters, and I felt like I needed more time, with other characters to then get into him. I feel like most Lokis I run into are just annoying because they have the clones, but that's really the only way that they're like value for their team. I feel like going forward though, like there's a good potential for him to rise up, especially if he gets like buffed or anything, just because of the ultimate can be super good. Like it's very basically, if someone knows every character, then they can be like a very good Loki, because like in any situation they can be just what their team needs. I'm gonna go C for Loki.
I've got 6 minutes with this character, and you know why? Because I had to do a challenge. I have no interest in playing this character. F tier. Go ahead.
I have 3 minutes, and I don't know why. I think I played them because people kept saying that she's S. She is probably one of the most frequent supports that I would see. Like almost every game had a Luna in it, and I'm just tired of the dancing, to be honest. She's probably, like being honest, she's probably an A or a B right now, but I'm just gonna give her a B because I just don't like her, to be honest.
All right, we got Magic. I've got 0 minutes of playtime with this character. And guess what? I don't have any interest in playing her. F tier.
Is it F for female or what?
Starting to look like it, huh?
I got 42 minutes with her. I've done good and I've done bad with this character. Most that I see are pretty good, actually. I think she's strong. She might need like a very slight buff, and just in like health only, like just staying alive. But other than that, they're very good. I would say probably B tier.
All right, Magneto. I like Magneto. He's cool. I have 4 minutes played as him. Just because of the fact that someone that's not good could put him in B tier, and someone who's a pro could put him in S, I have to give him A because it's like in the middle, you know? That's just, it's fair. So I'm gonna give Magneto an A tier.
All right. I think Magneto's strong. I got 4.5 hours with him, and he's one of my favorite tanks. He's pretty versatile. He's just like a really upfront, can take a lot of shit tank. I'd probably give him A, honestly.
Mantis. I have 3 minutes with this character. I was in the main menu and I was looking at the event page, and it said heal players as Mantis or do damage. And so I played Mantis for 3 minutes and was like, you know what? I do not like this character and I have no intentions of ever playing her again. I'm just going to do the damage quest instead. So I'm putting Mantis in F tier because I really have zero interest to play this character ever again. And the only reason I did was for a challenge.
I have 14 minutes with Mantis. I think some people are good with her. I think the ult is similar to Luna's. It's just really annoying. The damage buff is pretty good. The healing isn't too potent, so I think it's pretty versatile. It's more damage-based support, and I think people don't understand that. They think every strategist is a healer. I would say they're probably a B, most likely.
Moon Knight. I like Moon Knight a lot. Usually Matthew's a Moon Knight main if no one else picks him. His damage is there. His ult is it's situational, but if it's used correctly, you can wipe a whole team. I think he's really good, but I do not think he is quite S tier. I think he is more of an A tier, but I really, really like him, so I'm gonna put him in S. Just for that fact that I really, really like him. And this is my tier list, like I said. So screw you guys. Moon Knight S tier.
I have 6.8 hours with Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. He's fun as fuck to play. He's got really good damage. I like how his like every one of his attacks just bounces off everyone. Does a shit ton of damage to like the whole team. It's super good. I would say that he has some weak spots for sure. I think playing him has showed me that a lot. Like any character who can catch you with your pants down when you don't have your E will just fuck you up. Any character who flies like Storm or Iron Man, you're not that threatening to them at all, so he can be countered pretty easily. But I don't give a fuck because he's fun. Power wise, he's probably B. probably.
B. Whoa. We got the fish guy. I have 0 minutes of playtime with this character, and honestly, I have no intentions to ever play him. He doesn't look fun. He looks boring. Anytime I see him in a more on the other team, I'm like, yes, they're not playing a real damage, and it's easy to kill them. So I'm putting him in F tier just because, like, I have probably killed more Namors than any other character. Like, they are so easy to kill, and like they have that one escape. They go in the little bubble, and then they just slowly drop, and you're like, ooh, ooh, ooh. As soon as you drop, you're dead. Like, I know I can kill you as soon as you drop, even though you healed. I know. You just wait for him to drop and you kill him. I don't think he's a good character. Even if people play him well, I think they could just play another character better. So I'm putting him in F.
I have a whopping 3 minutes with this character. I heard a lot of people were starting to like him later in the season. I don't think he's a bad character. I just think that he's a bad character. For that, I gotta give him all the way a D.
Penny Parker. I have 0 minutes played as this character, and guess what? I don't plan on ever playing them. If there's a challenge, I'll pick someone else. I've learned from my mistakes. If the character doesn't look interesting, it's probably not. So I'm just not going to play these characters that don't look interesting to me anymore. So I'm putting Penny in F.
I have 1.5 hours with Penny. I think Penny's pretty strong as defensive like objectives. I think that if you use her tools well, she can do a lot of damage. Pretty anti-squishy with her mines and her little robot shit. Her stun is fucking crazy strong. You can cancel ults every couple seconds with her right click. It's insane, and she never has to reload, so she can do constant damage basically the whole game. Pretty strong Vanguard. I honestly think she's pretty underrated. I would give her an A, honestly.
Right.
Very strong.
A tier it is. Psylocke. No comment. I'm just saying that if you're playing Psylocke, I know who you are.
Oh yeah.
I know who you are.
I fucking hate this character. I hate this character. I have 15 minutes, and almost every time I die, it is fucking Psylocke going invisible, stupid ass dash, hitting me for a shit ton of damage, and then just zooming out of there. I hate this character. I fucking hate this character. F. Fuck that character. Actual F. Fuck that character. Very good, but fuck that character. F.
I think the Punisher is good, but I don't think he is that good. Even after his buff, I think his ult is probably like the best part about him. But like, if someone is doing a Luna ult, let's say, like, you still just don't do enough damage to really kill the whole team with his ult. I think he's good. I think he's better on defense than he is on offense, but like, usually if someone knows how to play Punisher very well, they're pretty good, but I still don't think that he is the best. So I gotta put him in B just because he is good, but I don't think he is that good, if you get what I'm saying. Like, he's all right.
I feel like he's super basic and he's not hard to understand, and I feel like it's like a really easy DPS to get into. He does a shit ton of damage, especially if you have good aim. Shotgun goes crazy, the turret is crazy value, and the ult's insane. But that being said, I do think it's pretty basic, and the one thing is, like, yeah, he has his grappling hook, but he really doesn't have that great of escape. I would say probably a B as well.
All right. Rocket Raccoon. So I thought Rocket was good before the buff that they gave him, if you want to call it that. I don't think it really did anything to his character, but he's like a lot of fun to play. He reminds me of Jeff in a lot of ways, but like, his damage really isn't there. Like, he is one of the best healers. He has the potential to be the best healer, but his damage is not there yet. I feel like they're gonna buff his primary damage a little bit, and that's when he'll really shine. But if he just got like a little bit, just a little bit more damage, then he might be an S. But the max heals with the minimal damage it puts him all the way down in B. Like, it really does. Like, he's good at healing, but that's about it.
I have 4.6 hours as Rocket, and I feel like he gets a lot of hate for no reason. I think I see this character being played the worst, the most consistently, and I feel like that's why people hate him. Just the other day, we were playing, and someone made the excuse of doing 400 damage because they were playing Rocket. And it's like, you can't heal bot. If you're heal botting, then yeah, this character probably isn't that great because you're just healing. But you should do damage when you can. You get a lot of value with the revive. The ult counters, Luna ult, Mantis ult, all those things. I don't care what Tim the Tatman says. Very good character. I'd say C tier. Definitely not F.
Got Scarlet Witch. Her ult is annoying. I've got 0 playtime.
I have 18 minutes as Scarlet Witch. Very good ult. If you're playing with friends, you have like a Strange or Magneto or like a Jeff or something, you can do some like crazy shit with it, unless your team's smart and like, you know, sees it coming. I feel like this is a character that carries you, if that makes sense. I mean, you literally have auto lock on your damage, and you have an ult that just kills people by being next to them. I feel like if you're playing them, you're probably not that good. I'll just give them a D because they're annoying at best.
We've got the amazing Spider-Man. I've got 13 minutes as Spider-Man. He's not as good as people say he is. I don't care. Like, yeah, you might be like the S tier Spider-Man guy, but yeah, you're only playing him, and that's why you're so good as him. Like, I get it. Like, yeah, he's probably good if you're the best fucking Spider-Man player there is, but he's not good if you're not that. So, and everybody who plays him is actually really bad as him. Like, at least everybody that I've seen play him doesn't play him well enough. Every once in a blue moon, you do get a good Spider-Man, but like the stars have to align in perfect order, and there has to be a blood moon on October 13th, which happens to land on a Friday, and that's when Spider-Man's good. But anytime other than that, he's bad. So I'm gonna put him in D tier because of that.
I have 3 minutes with Spider-Man, and the most experience I have is the most dog shit players playing Spider-Man, going just 0-5 and spamming they don't have heals, or they're gods. Plus the ult's cheap. You just press Q and you kill like 3 people. I say F. I hate that character.
All right, Squirrel Girl, 0 minutes, and you guessed it, boys and girls. Yep. There it is.
Female tier. 0 time played with this character, and I don't think it's a very good character. I think if you play this character, you need help. F tier.
All right. Next, we've got what I don't know. Was it Star-Lord or is it Guardians of the Galaxy guy?
Lord.
I've got 17 minutes as this guy. I think he's really good. I think his ult is really good. I like playing him. I do think he is very good, so I'm gonna give him an A.
I have 5 minutes with this character and I fucking hate him. I think giving a damage dealer aimbot as an ult is fucking cheap and stupid, especially when he can just kill 3 people like immediately with it. I think it's a dog shit idea. I think he's a very cheap character. His ult is auto lock. He has one that does damage around him that just auto locks, similar to Spider-Man's ult. I think he's just very cheap and I fucking hate that character. F tier.
Moving on.
All right, Storm season 0 dog shit. Apparently season 1 S tier. I don't know. I have a whopping 0 time played. Maybe I'll try her out sometime. I don't know. I'll give her F tier for now.
Thor. They're weird. Every single Thor player targets a Jeff like no other. They're weirdos. Hate them. Hate playing against a Thor. I don't think he's that good of a Vanguard. I think that he can be used in absolutely no team. If you're going to play Thor, just play a better tank. Like, that's all it takes. Like, literally just play someone a little bit more useful. That's it. F tier, yeah.
I have a whopping 15 minutes with Thor. I feel like if you're playing Thor, you have to have another tank, and if you don't, then you're probably fucked. I feel like he has pretty decent damage for a tank. He dives pretty well. I'm gonna give him a D. I just don't think that he's that good.
Venom. I have 52 minutes as Venom. I think Venom is crazy, especially if someone is good at playing Venom. You can get in, get their backline, get out. It's so easy to play Venom if you know how to play Venom. It is like one of the easiest Vanguards to play. He is so fun. Like his damage is there, his sustain is there. When like you get low, you just hit the E and then boom, you're back like practically to full health. You have this giant shield. Your ult does a lot of damage, especially to squishies. I really think that even before his buff from last season, he was an A, but this season he is definitely S tier.
I have 2.3 hours with Venom. I think he's a really solid tank for diving. His ult starting fights is crazy because it just chunks the whole team for an insane amount of health. I think he's very aggressive. He's very annoying. He's very sustainable. If you're alone, you're probably gonna win 1v1s because of your E. Like you automatically just get more than a whole nother life just by pressing E. He's just a really, really solid tank. He has good damage, and I hate when there's one on the other team. I would probably give him A tier right now.
Bucky or Winter Soldier or whatever.
Again.
Yeah, that guy. Again. I am actually going to give him F tier. If you're playing Bucky, you are not that good. I'm sorry, you need to put Bucky down and play someone else because you are not that good. You cannot hit shots with him. Stop. 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 Just stop playing Winter Soldier. If you want to do damage and have the best aim, play Hawkeye. He's forgiving. If you miss a couple shots, it's not going to matter because you're going to hit them with one and it's going to take half their health away. Stop playing Winter Soldier. You are not good enough to play Winter Soldier. Some of you are, sure, okay, yeah. If you're that good, why don't you just play Hawkeye, who has more damage for better aim? Shut up. Play someone else. F tier.
I have a whopping 1 minute with Winter Soldier, and I think most of the time that I see him, he's not doing that well. He's probably the DPS on the team that's not doing numbers, getting kills and whatnot. There's some insane people that play this character, but just like you kind of pointed out, like it's definitely like skill based. If you don't have aim, please just don't play him, and that's why I don't play him. It's because I'm not insane aimbot. I would probably give him probably D. I just don't think he's that threatening ever.
Wolverine. I've got 1.2 hours as Wolverine. So when the game first came out, I was like, ooh, they got Wolverine? Guy with the claws, Wolverine? I was like, this guy is going to be nuts, dude. Wolverine is going to be crazy. I played him and got shit on and got shit on and got shit on and got shit on. I'm not saying that there aren't some good Wolverines out there, but he is definitely not someone that I plan on mastering. I just don't feel like he is that needed in any comp match. I don't think that anybody can play him to the degree in which they could play another character and do more damage. He doesn't have enough speed. I think Black Panther has more speed than him and more use than him. So like as much as I want to put him in F tier, I'm thinking about putting him in D tier and moving Black Panther up to C tier because he's not that good. Like I think Black Panther is way better than Wolverine in every scenario, and so I'm definitely gonna move him to D and Black Panther to C.
I have 1 minute with this character. There's a certain person, a certain type of goblin that wants to play Wolverine. He's a short-statured fella, but he's the only real anti-tank answer from the DPS class, from really any class. He just does the percentage damage, so he's really good at killing tanks. And I think him being the only one to really do that is pretty important, but I mean, if you just have enough damage, you can still do that. But he's strong though. I'd probably give him probably a C.
Mr. Fantastic. I don't think he's that good as a DPS. I'm gonna get that out of the way right now. I have about, I think like 5 minutes played as him. I just don't think he's that good as a DPS, but he does shine as a third DPS. He has that bullet sponge ability where he like just takes in all the damage and then spits it back out. I think that's cool. I think he has like some really cool abilities that help him stay alive longer than other duelists and kind of take on the role of a tank, but I don't think he's that good as a duelist, and I don't think he's that good as a tank. So because of that, I definitely just got to put him in C tier. He's not very useful. I don't have a lot of playtime as him, so like I'm not really sure, but I just can't see him getting any better than he is now.
I got 29 minutes with him, and I feel like you're right. I feel like he's kind of in this middle ground of being damage and being tank, and it's not really enough on either. I feel like he's really fun. He's a very interesting character because it's kind of our first hybrid, which makes sense why he's kind of out of tune right now with the rest of the characters, because you don't want to make, you know, a damage dealer too tanky, because that's just fucking broken, right? I feel like his tankiness is fine. I feel like they just need to buff his damage a bit, and he would be a lot better. Probably C as well. Yeah, I think he's like right in the middle.
Okay, I'm gonna put my opinion in on this one. I understand that Marvel Rivals needs to make money, and I am completely confident that the only reason that they put the Fantastic Four in Marvel Rivals was for this character, so that way they could make a certain skin for this character. I'm sure you've all seen it. I'm sure you've all had someone in your lobby. Hey, it might even be you. I'm not saying I'm judging you, but I'm judging you. If you're playing this character and you have that skin, I know what kind of person you are. I know what you do. You need to look in the mirror a little bit, man. What are you doing? What's going on? I thought Psylocke mains were bad, but you guys are taking it to a whole new level. This is just, it's sickening.
Sad.
It is sickening. That's all I have to say.
I have 25 minutes with this character, and I don't remember the exact math, but I think it's like $10 to $15 for that one fucking skin. Help. That's what you need. Okay, I will say that this character does have good escape. The invisibility is pretty nice. They're pretty good at anti-dive. You just have to play like right on your team's ass, or you're not going to be very effective. You just have to be more in the middle of things with this character to be valuable. Probably D currently, with some potential.
All right, we got this guy.
I feel like we should guess.
Yeah, okay.
We should guess where.
I am honestly gonna guess that this guy is going to be S tier. Honestly, like I do feel like they're gonna make him so overpowered.
The Thing.
Yes. Yes, I will say that right now. That he is going to be so overpowered. Like, I know it. I know it. He's going to be the best Vanguard. I don't know how or what his kit's going to look like, but I feel like he's going to be the best Vanguard. He's definitely going to take the role of, like, a Doctor Strange, where you're going to see this and this in every single match just because of how powerful he is. I 100% see that coming.
That's interesting, because I have the opposite.
Oh,
I feel like they're gonna fuck this character up. I hope I'm wrong, but I did see a little bit of a leak, and it doesn't look that great. I want this character to be fun. I want him to be hulkish, but in his own way. I feel like it's not gonna be good. I feel like it's gonna be like a C or a D. I'll probably go C.
Okay.
Really
Flame on guy.
Human Torch is gonna be insane.
You think so? I was thinking he was gonna be. I thought he was gonna be like C tier. Like, we've seen the flying characters already. Like, the fact that they can fly, they haven't made them like too OP. Like, Iron Man's definitely got his team up, which makes him really good. But besides that, if you're just playing Iron Man and you don't have that team up, it's not as good as people make him out to be. So like, I feel like his ability, like, it all depends on his abilities. Like, if his abilities are there, then he can be there. But like, if not, I definitely feel like he's gonna be C tier, just because how we've seen the other flying characters act. This is just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a guy who has 10 hours as Jeff and 1 minute with everybody else. But hey. That's why you guys are here for Matt, right?
So from what I've seen, I think this is supposed to be like a choke point kind of DPS, like kind of like control, like do damage in certain areas. I don't know if he's gonna fly, to be honest. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I would think so, but from what like the leak I saw, I don't know. If he flies, cool. If he doesn't, cool. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be decent. I feel like he's gonna be B tier minimum, honestly. Okay. From what I saw, it seems decently exciting.
Sweet. Well,
yeah, not bad.
That's it, guys. That's the tier list.